It's December 30th at
Oh my god,
9:41
it's
a.m. Number 5.
so early. Good morning, Max!
Oh yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkly self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Is that,
Okay.
Oh yeah. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Milky. Regina!
How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today.
Of course I did. Mom told me that Ash, come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later today. I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck to legal limbo. How low can you go?
Mo.
Top of the morning to ya, Governor.
Why is he being Irish-British?
He Irish-British, but
Top of the morning?
that's the ticket. At Hacking the Day starts with energy in the morning. Do it. Gotta do it roughly. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. I don't trust the milk.
Oh my, thanks.
So, how are you today, Wright?
Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit.
You mean Acro?
Oh.
Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He was used to putting his life on the line, literally lifeline. Let's let he's got guts to spare.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. Just means that I won't be able to press him like I can with other witnesses, because you're wagging your finger at me.
What are you going to do then, Nick?
Beat him with a wrench. I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro to the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You're gonna shock her, traumatize her. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yeah, that's why I brought her to court today.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's like, take your daughter to work day. She needs to know that when people die, they die. They just don't become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
I mean, it's romantic, and I do like the idea of it.
Same.
But it's just not realistic.
Exactly.
December 30th. It's a good story arc, if you want to write around that.
Mm-hmm. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Glacka. I am robot. Beep boop boop. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Miss Von Karma. You may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revisit its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, eyewitness with eyes.
Because he doesn't have legs.
Close them. One that saw Maximilian Galileo fly from the scene of the crime. Like a bitch. Order. No, I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain the defendant flew that night. An explanation. Explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Oh no.
Poor
Yeah.
Gumshoe.
Poor man. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope.
Tighten the
Rope-a-dope.
ropes. I brought my birds today. This one, I like it.
Oh.
Name and occupation.
Juju.
Can ding-a-ling-ling, but everyone calls me Acro. I've been played as acrobatic at the very big circus. Where were you the night of the crime?
The McCrime. Is McDonald's.
I almost said murder.
The McCrime.
I was in my room that night singing. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room in near the crime scene. Like, oh my god. My room is on the 3rd floor, the crime scene is below my window. How convenient. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. It will shock you. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. He doesn't seem that into it. I was just around 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., I was around. I was resting in my bed. Now I'm sad. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Thumpy thump thump thump. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Yeah, he only saw him from behind, so...
But
how
if
convenient.
he was facing his window, how would he see him from behind? Because if his window was like right above and he flew off that way...
To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Unless he did it. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with the clown. If that's the case, there's very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared in the sky that night.
Juju slammed the door and left.
Hold it.
Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
Yeah, a foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolishness of the sad fool. Sadness of the fool. Whatever. Fool, be fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, did.
She can't let that go.
Twist the knife. Mr. Wright, did you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Mr. Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? Miss... Not... She's a mister now.
I did that once, too.
There's no way that actually happened.
Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination.
Oh god. Okay.
Let this boy speak.
I have a problem with... something.
Seeing him fall.
I don't saw everybody. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
Yeah, that's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window.
A bird. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside of my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white rose on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols?
Oh god.
Clearly saw the silk hat as well as the black cloak. wrapped around his body.
It's just a cloak. No, there's no black.
I know it. It's because they said it black before or something like that.
Course.
So I auto corrected there. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Gaglia, because I hate him.
The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with the latest bit of testimony. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. I'm a chicken nugget.
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. Oh my god. She's right. Let's see some evidence. He's just bored. He's just pissed off. Do you have any evidence by your smart claim of the contradiction?
I don't want to present. I want to look at it. Was it like that, or maybe Silk made to order that symbol of Max's fabulousness found at the crime scene? Yeah, that's another thing. Is that it was that thing. You claim to have seen the exact thing that Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
Silk hat.
What about the silk hat I saw on Max's head as he flew by my window? My window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
It would have been quite difficult considering the state that I am in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene.
That's the Ringmaster's hat, right?
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Milk Max's lack. It's Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats?
No, this is a handmade of a silk model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means Acro.
You're lying.
That you've been fibbing on the stand?
Fib. Oh, that's wheelchair. Order bacon cheeseburgers. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Well, yeah.
Well, he has a grudge against Max and Acro as the culprits. Now I feel like let's try Acro as the culprit, I guess. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
Oh, on this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor. As dead as Barry is.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by thrackage. I'm trying to know for one, wow, the crowd with your smoke and mirrors in the oldest buff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. Yeah, I think he's common enough for it to almost be scary. He is scary.
Ow.
Oh,
ow,
God!
Ow. Ow. He's staying rather calm and collected.
He's too calm. Mr. Dinglingling, do you have any response to the defendant's accusations? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? Oh, what do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. Look at me. I can't even stand up for myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client and the circus. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear that execution is lucrative. That is.
He's a rapper.
Right way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man.
Phoenix is a poopy head.
See, you're Mr. Wright. There. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You're not right. If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough this little game. How did you know? I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Akira is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defendant is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defendant now. Akira had an accomplice. I mean, what do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Akira have an accomplice?
No, he didn't. I don't think he would've.
Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mysterious accomplice.
Not this time, Von Karma.
What?
You're not gonna sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Akira planned and committed this murder all by himself. Hit this murder.
Unless he spoke to his brother. Order. And told him. What are you getting at? Why do you keep them on their toes, Nick?
Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Akira murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I know what I can't. I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Doomed.
Alright, let's do this. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. Nah. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
Where did it touch you?
Yeah, I know! Yeah, also, he could make it like a pulley.
Yeah. He was obviously here the entire time.
That's Akira's room? Or make something. Yeah.
Pretty simply. I think I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Akira wasn't able to leave the lodging by himself.
Yeah.
In that case, there can only be one correct answer. The answer of the correctness. Akira didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
Oh, what are you nuts? What are you saying, Mr. Ding? Ling ling ling.
What do you say, Mr. Ding?
Mr. Ding. He's too quiet. It's an interesting theory.
That's it.
He's a psychopath. Considering that what you propose is impossible. Yes, that's it. What's it? Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
As eyewitness, as a witness has stated, your assertiveness is impossible. Assertion is impossible, as he is in a wheelchair and there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You got a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Yeah. Most of that he saw Max, didn't he?
Whee!
I know!
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think I killed him? If I don't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Mech's costume.
How did he do it? That's the next course of legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here, you'll be grounded.
She's right. I can't mess up here. I gotta save myself from being grounded. I gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us on how Mr. Dingling committed the crime for Mr. Wright. For you.
Going to present some evidence.
So, what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Bailey?
Where the fuck is it?
What are you looking for?
You'll see. Hold on.
You went too fast.
I'm looking for the goddamn bust.
Oh, we have a picture of it.
Oh, picture, okay.
There it is. Yeah. What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the picture. No, it is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust.
It's quite a large bust, and because of its life size, it is also very, very heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
Gotta feel myself.
See, this is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of— ow! Bit my fucking tongue. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Yeah. Order. So you're saying the bus fell out into the ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
Objection. How can he possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible.
Well, Acro's an acrobat. He should have more than enough body strength to carry something like that. Plus, if he's in a wheelchair, that also builds your body strength. Yeah.
Ms. Jingling, how do you respond to these charges? I don't care. Well, Akros at the loss for words.
He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Oh, well, Acro, you can't run away.
Ow! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that he get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say?
Scared me.
Well, good.
Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time.
Of course she is.
There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
The speed of light. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. Defense objection to the overruled.
Why can't he see things my way for once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request an expert testimony?
Yeah.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you.
That woman will sink to any low to win a case.
Do it again. My body sucks. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been possible. There's no way I could have that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Though it must be unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regard to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. I mean, a single false step would have led to even more service injuries. God, I got hurt. That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on that matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus.
Focus.
You see, how he would know is because he put a fucking box there.
Exactly.
Where is it? However, left the bus. There's no way I could have known. There's no way I could have known. Location, yeah, that one. Okay, I gotta know my left from my fucking right here.
Mm-hmm.
Was it this box? I think
The
it was this
victim
box.
was hunched over the box. It looks... Yeah. It's the only box on.
Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
Why are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
You're silly hitting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? I mean, he just did.
But I did such a good job at hinting.
Yes, hurry up and explain the things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over?
The same. Question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. Whoa. Blow my mind.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean... if the bus were to fall upon the point marked by the block wooden box?
There would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No. God. Order. This is unbelievable.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here forward.
So next question. Next question I have is who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then then all he had to do was lower it down.
Ow. Jesus. Allow me to whip.
Mr. Phoenix.
Mr. Phoenix, right. The ringmaster's head couldn't have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
It's specially made?
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. I think it was...
The content... Was it the black pepper?
Hold on, let me look at the
What do you
box.
think?
Victim was hunched over to this 20-pound box.
Okay,
But
because...
strong lock. So I think it's the weight of the box.
Okay.
The box has a remarkable weight.
It's just pepper in it. Weight? Questions? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
Exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on the other side, doesn't it?
This is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool!
But then, that also leaves the question, how did he get the box there? I mean, if you can't feel his legs, I guess he could have carried the box, and I guess there was a huge snowstorm, wasn't there? To cover up tracks. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say, and you got it wrong. No. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imagination skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he is proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
Yeah, it was in the...
cafeteria.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly have leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what that means, don't you?
No.
I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. But how did it get there?
Yeah.
How would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
I think money. Money the monkey.
Yeah, because he likes shiny things. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Oh. Yeah, but money is a monkey. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Because technically, like, is he an accomplice if he doesn't know that he is? If he's just a monkey that likes shiny shit?
Exactly. I think it was already in his room.
Yeah. And, okay, we definitely have a problem here, but this is no place to get it perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
The monkey.
The monkey. A monkey?
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. But is the bus really that shiny, though? Was it shiny?
I think it was. Like when he stole the ring. Oh, so are you saying the witness had money steal the bust? No.
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home.
Home.
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room? But the bus is bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. I didn't read the court record.
My, these are some very... Yeah, the cards are shiny.
Okay.
Nice cards he's holding, that's what I thought.
The cards are probably like silver or something. Oh, platinum. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro.
You're a bitch.
Money is a strong monkey, right? He's also a bitch. It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, it'd be on the market for a new roommate. Yelp. Order. I said order, Miss Van Karma. Where is the bus in the question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is rather strange to turn events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon.
Wait! Then you mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've got more than I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Is that all she has to say?
Yes. Mr. Wright's argument was so critical.
Circular.
Yeah, Circular. I'm still a bit dizzy, however. His argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow. Don't seem so familiar accessory by this fraud of an attorney.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what is that? My McChicken?
Yeah, you should know.
Ow.
Ow. You forgot that your fraud of a magical plant was spotted at a scene of the crime.
We literally just went over this.
There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you down. Now.
I won't.
No,
This is my
no
chance to turn this
beatings.
trial around.
Beat her. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russellberry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this, and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer? The clown saw.
The bust. The bust. We went over this. He saw Max.
I asked you who was the person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. I liked how I said that. Shut up.
No, you did good. I was looking at Acro.
Oh. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. Deja vu. I'm going at the speed of light. But he didn't actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
How is that possible?
Simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to a bust. It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust hands.
Idiot. Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
A murderer? Doesn't matter who put it in the bust.
To frame?
Yeah.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question. I want answers. In that case, don't you agree?
You caught me.
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Hello?
Hold on. I'm having thoughts.
What's your thoughts, son?
Hold on. No, it wasn't the circus map. Crime photo. I think it might have been... Could it have been Russellberry? Because he hung something on the thing, and remember when they were in his office? But what do you think? Acro or...
God, for him? You're saying it was the victim himself, Russellberry?
That's what I'm saying.
The victim himself placed a cloak on the bust?
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, did you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting it all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Okay. That makes sense. That was my other theory that he did.
Yeah.
Then he attached the rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. Okay, no, he put it on that. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But there's a size difference, so... But okay. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist in his puppet bin and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over the wooden box. That's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim. Oh. How is that even possible? But okay. I had a different theory of how that happens.
Yeah, just a second, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. She's having a fit.
It's still a little early to be so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of the window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. Whee!
So it just... Yeah, because it was just empty.
And this is how the magical murder disappeared into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the only person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it can only have been you.
And my birds. And I would have gone away with it. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. Ha ha ha.
So?
What now?
You graced us with a rather long-winded tale. It was story time. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence... In this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Okay, she's Sailor Moon.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. Give them evidence.
I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. There's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay, then. Use that and get out of this jam. Jam. There's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have held the trick to this magic case.
Technically, the statue still has the hat on because it's a statue and thing, so I'm thinking maybe the hat. Again. I just don't see anything else that would be useful here.
I just like the monkey and the lion just looking at each other.
The lion's like, I'll eat you too.
The monkey's like, I don't know.
The problem is Max has 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Yeah, these symbols were a problem in numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat, that was one, and the white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions.
You fool, do you ever shut up? Shut up!
Shut up! Like, oh my god. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's.
Makes sense. If you look at that way, then he did see that silk hat. Well, sort of. Oh no. Fine, you've got one. But what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what the Vincages said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there was no white roses. Yeah, because it was... I'd like to see you try and explain that one. Can you do it, Nick? Can you swim?
Of course I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak just snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Order. I've been thinking, this is quite a shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Dick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like those looks. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind?
No. What is it?
You took the time to research a circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive. This one feels his incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. I don't think so. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Akro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Akro deeply respects the ringmaster.
Akro's motive.
Seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. Yes. I'll listen to the rest of your Dingalingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Okay.
Gravel.
To be continued.
December 30th. 2:17 p.m.
That did take a while, because we started at, what, 10 p.m., and now it's 2:17 p.m.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, Akro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? These shockings will shock you.
Yep.
Definitely isn't. To think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, I'm that hated.
Edgar's trying to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know.
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why... Hey, pal. Yeah, I was wondering who it was. You're gonna ignore me when I tell you all the trouble bringing you some evidence. Oh. Ah! Detective Goshu! Yeah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be killed anyways.
Fucking bitch.
I know.
No, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We've got some really tasty milk!
How about a hot drink, detective?
Oh, well, if you insist. Now about the evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. This was yesterday's in Ecker's room. Yep. I've included the forensic results. Took a look at it later. Wouldn't Miss Finkarma be mad at that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in the Korriba until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Miss Finkarma. Didn't see you control things in there just now. Yeah, you figure it out eventually, pal. Yeah, yesterday our final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly said until the very end. That's it. That's for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Peace out. What did he mean by that? The very end part.
By Linkin Park. I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
Back.
Sorry. Don't scare me like that! It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy to it. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. I'm concerned.
Dairy's worth of milk for me.
Does he really like that much milk?
I just wonder if his family's sending it.
Oh yeah, I was wondering that too.
Because he worked on a farm.
So, December.
It's December. That's all we need to know.
Court's now back in session. Miss Finkarma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Ecker's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defendant. Defense. Proof of what kind of motive Ecker could have to commit this crime. Understood now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Harpies.
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want an answer to.
I'm afraid. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents.
Because you were ugly.
I know, I was ugly. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in.
Because he likes ugly children.
I became an acrobat around 9 years old.
That's when I wasn't ugly.
I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
And then you killed him. I was your inner thoughts for a second.
You're such a thoughtful young man. Are you, as you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim? I wonder how anyone could think that Akro could kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no really for cross-examinations there.
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Akro kill the ringmaster? Unless he... Words, come on. Come to me. Because the note was originally found in Regina's pocket, so I think it was meant for Regina, and she put it up on the billboard and the ringmaster found it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no need to question him on that because it's his backstory. What am I going to do? Find a contradiction and go back in time? There's no need to cross-examine the witness.
What's that?
Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already.
Yeah, it's something to do with Regina. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
I mean, at the beginning, I thought it was Regina because of how naive she was acting.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's still...
Like,
it's still because of her. It's not... She didn't.
Because
it's
it was her lion, so...
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he wanted revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know. Why are we yawning? Can you provide explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? There we go. That's the question we're waiting for. Hanmin wants food.
I don't think I can. I don't think I have the evidence.
Don't? Okay. Oh yeah, I guess we did. Or like you said, it was not the person he wanted to kill?
Yeah. Because I'd say the scarf, but I don't think that's enough evidence to say that.
Unless he thought it was Max and he was trying to kill Max, but then he... I don't know.
Nick, why are you feeding your cats?
Hanmin wanted her. Nick! Did you feed the cats?
Yeah, I didn't have to think about it. I just started from the... I was obvious from the start that they needed food. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow.
Ah. Your foolish's attempts to fool us like the fools is so foolish he heartedly fools. Did you forget how foolish you foolish an execution that this witness? Did you not?
She's saying words.
I know. This is the real killer of Russellberry Ringmaster. Yeah, he killed him, but didn't mean...
Mm-hmm. Because he couldn't see out the window.
Exactly!
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things.
By Lincoln Park. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
Burps.
Burps.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of the witness's murder was murder, not McMurder's plot was not the ringmaster.
I got lost when I understood.
No, same. Because it was never his intention to kill Russellberry to begin with.
What? I touched myself. Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack someone who's loud in the face twice if you must!
Okay.
Mr. Wright, tease them. What in the world are you trying to do with my court? Ow. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yes. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Oh, he's serious. You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Something.
That's something.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is say you're wrong, that's it.
That's it? Huh? Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm very angry. Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow. The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
It's me!
Huh. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Because his brother. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. present the evidence that proves Akira was out to kill this young girl.
Would I select his profile then?
Or no, what about
wait,
the thing that we have just gotten?
That thing, or wait, hold on. Placed by Akira in Regina's pocket. Oh yeah, the room.
Or that
note.
The
room
note.
notes. The room note. Akira, you remember this, don't you?
It's
a piece of paper that you wiped your ass on.
I did. Inside the victim's tailcoat.
Akira wrote this note. It's ironically entitled to the murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
You're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? No.
Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
He can't read. Akira did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was neither Regina Berry.
Order. Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. A game theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note?
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of the mistake instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Akira gave us earlier today?
Lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have accepted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself.
Akira had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it. Akira thought it was Gina down in the plaza.
That's when he let the bus fly.
Whee! Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this? Is this from the audience?
She is, unfortunately. It's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it. Akira wrote this note to Regina. Foolish fool with the foolish fool ideas of foolish and tomfoolery. You're so foolish you're even made me sound like a foolish fool. A fool's. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes, what about that line?
Well, if that note was meant to Regina Berry, it would have mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew that the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter.
Yep. Because daughter did not know. Hold on right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago.
Yes.
I have no idea. I don't know about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time.
Show me what you got, moron. Wait, are you saying that it relates to the present case?
The way you said that, show me what you got, moron! It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case says its start and what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us all about it. I'm sweating here. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd really like to know what it is.
I can't answer that question. The judge is going to think I'm bluffing. I have a theory, a game theory,
Mm-hmm.
And it involves Pepper.
Yeah. Achoo! What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright?
It isn't a joke at all, it's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away from him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable collision. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking that into account, that's the only logical conclusion to draw.
Foolish fools who never tires of his own fool's ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
Well,
What? His...
The brother, even though I don't think it was intentional, possibly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bat is the only thing that I know was the victim.
Who's this?
That is Acro's younger brother.
Itchies. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead?
Technically that's true, but he's brain dead. However, Bat has been in a coma now for 6 months. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up on new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the persecution has looked into Acro's brother's, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion, fell into his curtain's
Comatose.
comatose state. Lion. Regina, I mean, Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't have understood the command. How could he...
So, what I think is that there was pepper on the
Yeah.
scarf and it made the lion bite down.
Yeah. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not her. Not in her.
But whether that was put on the scarf intentionally, I don't know.
So then what about what happened to Acker's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. No one needs to seem to be going along with your theory. Do you think that what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
I want to say yes, but I think there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
No, what? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incinerate her line to attack
Incite, not incinerate.
Incite. Another human being. How do you know?
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Would it be the scarf, or...?
I think it's the scarf now.
Finally?
That's his scarf. Scarf.
Acro. Stop being
I'm
happy.
not saying shit.
The scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who's the one that gave the scarf to Bat?
Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina?
There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. And Juju snorted. Juju, what is wrong with you? snorting. No, stop. I don't want you in my lap.
Did she sniff some pepper?
I think she needs to sniff some pepper. Which reminds me, she sneezed in my strawberries today.
Mmm. Extra tasty.
I know.
No one's saying anything.
I know. Hey, ow. That's my eyeball. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
How'd you do?
We need a word. You've done a good job of fingering Carmel. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper cover scarf to Bat as a present? Where's the crime in that?
Still seems like the judge doesn't get it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Stop.
Stop. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Because cats do smile when they sneeze.
Yeah. Smiling. The lion was smiling. Right before Bat was bit by the lion? For a moment, the lion's mouth changed, and it looked like he was smiling. Lion smile. I've never heard of them smiling, however...
Lion sneeze.
What?
So he bit down by accident.
Yeah.
When he was sneezing. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze.
So, yeah, it was just a bad accident.
I wonder if she was trying to do a prank or something, and it went wrong.
Yeah, pranks usually go wrong. Like
he
that.
Sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf.
What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Van Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix, right? This theory, you believe it? You believe it. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do, it's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get revenge against Regina, because there's a fucking cat in the way!
You foolish idiot.
Yeah, you knew I was coming for you, didn't you?
It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. God, he's plain dumb. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that you're constipated? Because that's what you sound like.
He probably is.
What you're telling me? What I said was true.
Acro, you don't mean witness. You can't mean. You are mean. Are you confirming the defense claims, Mr. Wright? Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of your murder.
What do you mean?
It means the pepper, the scarf, the lion.
Pepper scarf lion.
I see where you're going. It's a bit hard to swallow.
That's what she said.
Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would the problem be? The same problem has always been evidence. If I drop next bust on top of G and the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim?
Ow.
You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
The murder weapon.
The bus. The defense claims was used. If that were to be found in the hacker's room, if it was covered with blood, that would be the awfully conspicuous in my eyes. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, where is it?
The bust.
Nick, got to do something!
It's the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Let's see how things work out first. Might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but...
Well, why are you going to why are you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured out things out, didn't you? Now you know the truth meaning of Von Karma, total justice.
I guess. I figured... You wanna move?
You wanna move?
I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd have no stone unturned. Ow.
Smack. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's boss was not in the room. The murder weapon still is unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bus was in my room. He's just smug. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe exceeded the search by complete surprise, but we took Acro directly to the prosecution's office after that. Voila. End of story.
Could the bust be in the box?
No! The box had the pepper in it, and that was the only...
But could he have placed it in the box afterwards? And just no one checked it after that?
God.
Just wait a second, something's funny about all this.
It looks like you left the final nail to put into my coffin. He's making bad jokes.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
Oh, what about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only exclusive evidence that is relevant there is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. It's living! The bus, where is it now? You're Mr. Phoenix, right? You know? Where's that bust is? I'm sure you knew.
There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is?
It seems this case has come to close.
What if it's in his wheelchair?
Yes! Like, where did he put it? No, because he brought it back up and then put it somewhere. So I don't think defendant count arguments look to have fallen short. Whee! Thank you for your support. I'm sad. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end to the cross-examining this witness.
I didn't think we were cross-examining him, but okay.
Yeah, I didn't think we were, but okay. Wait, is it?
Maya doesn't get a voice.
Where's Max's bust? The evidence needs time to present its lace. I mean, case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue.
I always do that.
What? What? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your 8, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
Why are you asking me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck!
Hey, wait. You can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lines on line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If you don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. Defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he's going to find one anytime soon.
Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
So is it in his wheelchair? The murder weapon. Where is Max's bus now?
I'm gonna take a leap.
Well, if that's... Yep.
Because the bust is inside this very courtroom.
It's elsewhere?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust.
The witness stand.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? The witness stand. Is it inside his wheelchair? Was I right all along? Sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off? Yeah, I thought he had a blanket on.
Yep. You want to see my dick? Oh, sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it, and big muscles covering your ears that you didn't hear me. I just want to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, birds. Why did that look like his pelvis for a second? It's because it seems to me that it'd really be easy to say hide a bust under there.
Once again, your humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. She had found the murder weapon in your room. It would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
Ow.
You fool! How could you?
I can't see the TV. Okay, there we go.
That's nice, they went down. You've got me. I've been bugged?
Bagged.
Bagged! God, if I were real pro, I don't know why the fuck do we have. Actually, two of them.
Two of them.
Mr. Anxious of Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room, threw the ashes away with the trash. Regine always took my trash out every morning, you know? But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you execute your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. Well, it's only logical. The only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair.
He shoved it up his ass.
Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? He was completely sucked in by your concluded strategy. Now to be caught in the middle of your court, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I could escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know, I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me? Make a mistake? Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that? That's kind of fucked up what she just said. It seems very afraid. We are finally arrived at the truth. I wasn't afraid. Kuro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry's big circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I am responsible for that crime. Kuro. He did it. I did it. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he's teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Gina. So was Pep. Yeah. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know, she didn't mean for anything bad to happen, I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her. No way, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it too innocently. It just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. Oh, he's a sad boy. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. And I'm crying. I thought I'd kill him myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. He's gonna cry. He is crying. That's been such a strange case. It has been. It's almost a reflection of the circus self. I'm that idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again? I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Those I did like to declare my verdict. Not guilty.
Yay.
Oh my god, he's so pink. The contrast.
I know. It's fucking great.
This court is adjourned. Till next time, peace out. December 30th. Well, now it's 4th, Sony, 7 p.m. Holy shit, the long court.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
That girl, the Wingmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person said, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Many grudge a bit, but only at max. A million of them.
Thank you.
What's with the Vrebe in this room?
The Reeb.
The Vrebe. We're just thinking about Kuro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? She's been like this for a while now.
It cut you off.
It didn't like me going high.
No. Sweetie pie.
Back in Necro, they're never going back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, it's right. Tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acker said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Aggro? Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think.
I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can't believe that.
Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see him. I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
Oh, no, you're not just gonna make up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge.
Brother. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But
But
that's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until it opens its eyes and then until he meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
No, Max. That's not his voice.
What is it, Mo?
He really put you through a lot, didn't he, buddy? I'm sorry about that. Well, so whatever you like to do, leave us. I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand what a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That big question. Our ringmaster was Rosina's person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I'll take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus that would circus of the circus worlds I've ever seen circus.
The best circus the world has ever seen.
Don't laugh.
That's quite the goal.
Yay! I can't wait!
But I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing that best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magicians the world has ever seen.
Max.
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous, what you would say, Big Eye.
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Sorry.
Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to this court today? You've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. No.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max. Nick!
Seems like everything is going to turn out alright.
I can't wait to see the big circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
I'll take us a while to get there ready, but I'm going more to special whoopie doopies. Whoopee cushion seats.
Whoopie doopies.
I'm dying here. He's gonna die.
Oh my god.
Let's see what happens next. Yeah. Oh, is he talking to Edward? You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory.
The game theory.
If Acker really was the killer, I thought this was the only... I don't know who's talking.
I think he's talking to Edgeworth.
Okay, especially if he was the defendant attorney. Yeah, you mean Mr. Wright? Okay, yeah, I thought it was Edgeworth. I wasn't sure. So I have to... Of course, well, detective, my plan is about to leave. As for Mr. Acker's case, you need to not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecution's office as soon as I get back. Yeah, I was like, understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. He's hot looking.
He changed colors.
He's on his telephone phone.